Mags Murray, Mayor of Fingal. Welcome to Irish Startup TV.
Hi, good afternoon.
So today we're here at the ITLG conference, Silicon Valley Global Network.
The future is endless in terms of what can actually come out of today. We've got, obviously, it's a great collaboration between Fingal County Council, DCU, ITLG and the ITB. And as a very young population, Fingal would have the largest population in Ireland and I believe in Western Europe. But we have a huge percentage of people now, nearly 80% of people go to third level in Fingal. This would not have been the situation a few years ago. So there are huge strides have been made since the ITB came to Blanchardstown, and in terms of getting people through school, leaving cert and beyond. But local authorities themselves have changed direction. It used to be just about housing, water, the environment and community development and economic development. But over the past year or so, in the lead up to this time, there's been a huge redirection of local authorities, and within that the economic development unit has now become the driving force in all local authorities. So if we have a very successful and productive economic development unit, this can bring in funding, it can raise the profile of the area, and when the economic development unit is successful, that then can help to fund communities, sports, housing, whatever it is. So it is arising out of this
That's a knock-on event.
Absolutely, that this would become like the funding element, but as well as the promotion, obviously, and development of the county. But we're very, very lucky in Fingal because on the western side, the southwestern side of the county, we have thousands of acres of zoned land. We have hundreds of companies there already and business parks, 22 business parks, thousands of workers. And the plan would be to grow this. But we're trying to do this throughout the county. And days like today, where we bring in people, like for example, yesterday, 13 companies pitched to investors. And the company who will win that pitch will walk away with $1 million. We also pitched it at the student level, at second level, whereby two schools from Dublin 15 and one from County Meath got to pitch to the very, very same investors yesterday. And just as a few minutes ago, we had an announcement that St. Patrick's School in Navan have become the young innovators.
Well done, St. Patrick's School in Navan.
Absolutely, so well done to them, and people with a very, very bright future ahead of them. But what is this about? I suppose the whole thing, the fundamental thing about all of this is we can bring people in who have expertise. We can bring people in who are willing to invest. We must also showcase ourselves, and we're doing that. We have been doing it and we continue to do it throughout yesterday and through this evening and into tonight, to showcase Fingal County Council and what it has to offer. And sometimes when a company comes in, they've already made up their mind to come to Ireland or hopefully to Fingal. But after that, what they want is they want a good quality of life for themselves, for their families, a nice place to live, and a nice place for the employees to live. And I think Fingal does have that to offer. But the really, really big thing here is about putting people in contact. It's about networking. And every time we have one or two panel discussions, there's a break and an opportunity to network. And already it's becoming obvious that there are people, they're growing relationships, they're talking to each other, and it's looking like that some companies will come into Fingal as a result of this. This is not the first time it has happened, but this is the first time it has come to Fingal. And so far so good, and it seems to be one of the more successful events, I think, run by the ITLG. But it is bringing foreign direct investment, investors, people ready to start up and looking and showcasing our county.
We can really hear the buzz now behind us.
You can actually, yes, because we've had a wonderful panel session of the Internet to Things, and that has had people from companies like Wave to Wave showing how you can make products but make them smart products. And simple things like maybe a water tank running out of water, you can make that a smart tank, and a kind of little indicator to tell you, I'm emptying, something's not right here. And we've had numerous we had a very, very useful one this morning, because part of our county is very rural, and Rush and North County Dublin would be known as the breadbasket of Ireland, and we produce about 50% of all fresh fruit and vegetables that are consumed in Ireland. And this morning we did a very, very useful thing. Like, farming is not what farming used to be anymore. We're marrying it to the technology industry. So we had a section on agri-tech, and it had local producers, it had people like Keelings, the Kerry Group, and looking at how they source products, how they get them to market, and the whole technology around.
Very important.
Where it's hugely important for Fingal, because I said we're at the leading edge of food production, and this is looking at where it comes from, what's contained within it, because the more people, it's like all terms, I suppose, of education and becoming smart. People now want to know what's the origin of the food, what goes into it. We want to know how far it travelled. We're very, very lucky in Fingal, I suppose, from the point of view we have excellent infrastructure, and we can get literally from farm to the markets all over the country in a very short space of time, which makes it cheaper, fresher, and it's gone to market and on the tables far more quickly. So it's useful that people can look at the logistics of getting it there, the shelf life, although, as I said, it would be fresh produce mainly that we would be distributing. But I think that session in particular was very, very useful for people in the rural and north part of County Dublin involved in agriculture and in the horticulture business. But like that, I mean, we have other very exciting sessions to come now, and two people who will be known to everybody, Barry O'Sullivan and Peter O'Sullivan from the Dragon's Den, will be here. One will be mentoring the session, and there will be many other contributors. Sean Gallagher, for example, a former presidential candidate, and the absolute everything that's good about entrepreneurship, and everything is particularly, and a Meath man who was coming across the border. We stuck him in, but it's looking like it's going to be a really, really good session in that. But all around, it's just been nothing but an absolutely positive. But I think it's the networking element that will carry it into the future, and what we have to offer, what they can provide, and or what they have to offer, what we can provide. But as I said, with a very young, culturally diverse, educated young population. I mean, we're going in the right place. We have the airport in our region, which is hugely important for people coming in and out doing business. I mean, on a regular basis, we would have meetings at the airport at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, because that's how these people do business. So our proximity to Dublin Airport is very, very important to us. When people leave the airport, whether to do business or for leisure, they can be in the city centre in a few minutes, and they can be in the rural part of the county in a few minutes. And in between, we have all these wonderful business parks and ready to go zoned land, ready for all kinds of industrial and enterprise development in the area.
Mags Murray,
yes.
Mayor of Fingal, thank you very much for your time.
All right, okay.
Super. Thank you so much, Mags.